All right. How's everybody doing out there? Thank you for tuning in to an interview with. I am your host, Eunice White, your hostess, Eunice White, your hostess with the mostest, Eunice White. And I am so excited tonight because I am interviewing one of the greatest producers, MCs, creatives in the industry of what we call music. Frank Hatchett, aka DJ Get Loose. Thank you so much for coming on my show. I so appreciate you.
No problem. No problem. I'm here. Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk all things music and production tonight. I'm super excited because from what I've learned of you, just from talking to you personally,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, I'm just like amazed at at your whole path through this whole thing. We're going to start from the very beginning. I posted
Okay.
something earlier on my page. It was one of the video songs from Parliament Funkadelic,
I
and I
saw it. I
said,
saw that.
"You saw that?" And I thought it was cool. I said, "You were sitting at the feet of freaking R&B royalty."
Yeah.
At a young age. And we're
Yes,
going to get
man.
into that. We're going to get into that in a few minutes. But first, I definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in. Share our live, because it's, I would not be able to do this if it wasn't for people like Frank Hatchett, DJ Get Loose. So share our lives, please. And if you're on Facebook, kind of scoot over to YouTube if you don't mind. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like and share the content, and then hit the notification bell for upcoming content, because I will always be interviewing great talents like this man right here, on my page, shining a spotlight on him and all of his great works, and whoever their great work, what they've done in the past, present, and future. That's my goal, and I'm excited about it. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you can hear us well, please put some comments in the chat. Just say hello or put some ones in the chat, and
Let us
let us
know
know that
we
everything
rocking
is
out.
good. Huh?
I said, let us know we rocking out. Let's
Let
do
us know we rocking now. And all y'all toe tappers, y'all make sure y'all come on board and
it.
toe tap with us, because we can ready to toe tap through the history, down the timeline of DJ Get Loose.
Oh, that
So,
is crazy. That's crazy. Tonight is Tuesday. This will be a
woo,
total
this would have been
Tuesday
a
night.
Tuesday night rocking out. See?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man,
If,
let me
if
tell
the
you.
book wasn't acting so crazy, we'd have been toe tapping right now.
Yes, we could be toe tapping right now. I want to recognize a sponsor tonight. We have a sponsor. Her name is Poetess April J. Armstrong.
Yes, yes, yes.
She is one of the creators of some of the most wonderful graphic design companies. She owns it, and it's called Armstrong International Media. She'll be sponsoring the show tonight, so we'll be playing some of her information throughout the show. And she also, speaking of, I know we're going to talk later about what's upcoming, but there's a song that she actually did spoken word to a track for DJ Get Loose, and it is nice. So we're going to be playing that in a bit. So I want to ask first and foremost, DJ, when did you fall in love with music?
Um, when Mama spit me out.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I've loved music ever since I could remember. Um, I used to, man. That's a good question because actually before I started DJing and producing and stuff like that, um, I would listen to my mom playing certain music,
Mhm.
and the story with that is like her and my dad used to sing with Parliament Funkadelic. Like,
Mhm.
they used to practice in my living room.
Yep.
So with that being said, going from then and, just like all the music mom and them used to play around the crib and, ever since I can remember, man. And I always loved music, man. It's always been a passion of mine. And, as I started growing up, um, I just felt like I was able to I always wanted to play drums. So I
Okay.
was always tapping on something, and I guess my love for wanting to play the drums is what kind of springboarded me into production and DJing and stuff like that. I remember one time, I forget how old I was. Um, but you wake up Saturday morning, mom's cleaning. It's time for mom to clean up and all of that.
Right.
She uh she was cleaning up, and I was in my room, and I had these oatmeal boxes and two pencils, and I was beating on these oatmeal boxes, playing my beat like I was doing, like I was, playing the drums. And
Mhm.
my mom was yelling down the hall, Frankie, turn that up, turn that up. And I was like, huh? She said, boy, stop playing with me and turn that music up. I said, Mom, that's me. She said, don't make me come back there. Just turn the music up. I'm trying to clean up. So I was like, all right. So I started beating on the boxes again. And then I stopped and I was doing something. And she said, you know what? And she came back there and I said, Mom, that's me. I'm messing around with these oatmeal boxes. And she was like, Lord have mercy. That was really you? And I said, yeah, look. And I started beating on the boxes and she was like, keep it up. I'm cleaning.
Oh wow. And so that's
So
how it all started.
and I was like, man, if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think I was 13 years old yet.
Wow.
I don't even think I was 13 yet.
Wow.
But
So
I know at the age of 13, I started DJing. That's when I started DJing at the age of 13.
so when you mentioned that you had Parliament and Funkadelic members, your mother and your father were actually affiliated with them by, by way of, you mentioned singing. Did you know what was being poured in you at that moment?
I had no idea.
Isn't that crazy?
I had no idea. And Raymond Davis, God rest his soul, from Funkadelics, was my godfather.
Wow.
They used to be at my house so much with my mom and my dad. It was crazy. It was like family. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was just family. I think they all went to high school together and stuff like that. My dad was an avid singer, growing up in school, in high school and stuff like that. And they used to fall, oh, Frankie, oh my God, and stuff like that. So, with them doing that, I don't know how they linked up with the Funkadelic and all of that, but I know them jokers used to practice in my living room, man.
That is
I
amazing.
would
That's
sit
so
on the couch.
amazing.
They would move the coffee tables and stuff back, and they got all this equipment and stuff in there, and I'd be sitting in the chair just,
You were a fly on the wall, right?
man, listen, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then once I really started to know who they were as I got older, like getting into
Mhm.
like sampling and stuff like that,
Mhm.
I forget, Raymond at one time sent me a double CD of music that they had that they never released.
Oh wow.
And it's crazy because somebody stole my book bag that I had that double CD in. So somebody got a treasure right now.
Wow. So you mean to tell me, so this could be music that was actually created from as far back as when you were a young boy? You're saying that type of
I don't
music?
I don't know when they created it or whatever, but it was a double CD, and
Mhm.
both of the CDs were filled with music, and none of the CDs were ever music that was out on the radio. It was never released.
Oh my lord! And you said
It was
somebody
all
stole your
unreleased
bag.
music, and I had it in my book bag. And someone broke into my aunt's house one day in Plainfield, New
Oh
Jersey, and
man.
they stole my book bag. I had discs in there. I had masters of certain songs I had done. Like that was a precious book
Hmm.
bag that I had, man. And to God be the glory. I haven't heard anything that I did then, being mass produced or out on the radio or nothing like that yet. So, you
Somebody
know,
probably wasn't that book bag looking for some money and said, "What's all this? What's this?"
and probably threw it away, not knowing what they had. That was a treasure chest, man. They had a treasure
Oh
chest.
wow, that is crazy.
I had a box of discs in there that that I got from Redman that he used to do "There Is a Dark Side" album.
Mhm.
He gave me all the sounds to that album that he used: the kicks, the snares, the bass sounds, the hi hats, guitar sounds, and all of that stuff. He gave me a box of discs,
Hmm.
3.5-inch floppy disk, and those were all the sounds that he used for that album. There Is a Dark Side. That was in that bag also.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
I lost a treasure. I lost.
Man, that bag probably sitting in somebody's museum right about now.
I cried
Honestly,
like I cried like I was 2 years old.
because I'm sure if the bag was just tossed, I'm pretty sure somebody came along and said, "Oh my God," artifacts.
I had jewelry in the bag and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had two rings in there. My chain was in there. Um, black. It was a cross of black diamonds.
Hmm.
I had
Ooh,
two
I bet it's pretty.
black diamond earrings in there. I had a bracelet.
Hmm.
Man, I had so much stuff in that bag, man. That's crazy. Because I was on my way to Pennsylvania to link up with my uncle because we was going in the studio to record some stuff.
Yeah.
So I had put all the stuff that I needed in my bag, and I was on my way to PA. I had made a stop in Plainfield to see my cousins and them, and from there I was going down to PA. I'll never forget that, man. I lost that bag. I cried all the way to PA.
I would have too.
I
I
cried.
would have cried too.
I cried like I lost a relative.
Oh, I would have too. That's extraordinary. Extraordinary. I get it because there's something you can't ever go back and replace. It's gone.
Never.
Like, and when
I
it's gonna be like, dang.
I could never get that back. Never.
Oh, so we talked about your early influence, sitting around royalty, R&B royalty, from your parents to a successful, iconic group as Parliament Funkadelic. And shout out to Plainfield. I wanted to give a shout out to my sister-in-law. I don't know if she's on Facebook, but my sister-in-law, Shelly Shell, as her family refers to her, her dad is Grady from Parliament and Funkadelic. I know you guys know
Oh
them as
wow,
well.
that's what's
So
up.
it's a small
Wow,
world, I know, right?
wow, that's what's up.
Yep. Their family hails from Plainfield as well, and
Shout to
yeah,
Plainfield.
that's her dad. Yep, her dad.
Yeah,
So
shout
that
to
is really
Plainfield.
cool.
That's
That
where I
that
was born at.
Oh
That,
yeah.
yeah, I was born in Plainfield.
Oh
But
wow.
I
Okay.
just
Okay.
I grew up. I was in Newark for over 33 years.
Oh wow.
So I call myself a Norker.
I get it. I get it. I don't know what I call myself now. I've been in this area in the DMV for 27 years now. So does that mean I'm from the DMV? What does that
That's
mean?
a
I'm from
whole
North Carolina? Does that mean I'm from Staten Island? Where am I from? I'm from
that's
everywhere.
that's that's a whole life right there.
It really is. It really is. My whole life just sitting right here. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so that is cool. So listen, we speaking of Newark and all that. People need to know that you are a child. You are a son of Newark, New Jersey, of the state of New Jersey. And I want to take a moment. Let me just go back for a second. Let me find this man. I don't know his name, but an interview was done on you by a gentleman who hosts Heritage Hip Hop on YouTube. And
Karev,
shout out to him. What is his name?
Ya Karev.
I want to give him some love. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the interview, I had a chance to look at it myself, and it was a great interview. And as
Thank
he
you,
mentioned a couple times, for people who are not from Newark, you guys laid down the foundation of the
yeah,
history of music in Newark, the history of music in New Jersey, hip hop, house club, and that was an excellent interview. I
thank you,
learned a lot. I learned a lot from both of you guys. Great questions, great answers, great debates and opinions. It was a great interview. And I
thank you.
definitely love the fact that he hit on that cipher because I'm a cipher head. I love ciphers.
Yeah, me too.
And that to me is where the hip hop lies. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, I do appreciate what we get from mainstream, like the shows like 106 and Park used to do Freestyle Fridays, and he had the BET Hip Hop Awards. I'm not sure there was some other hip cipher type show that was on, maybe cable, could have been HBO or something.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, I lose it. I lose it when I get a chance to see these MCs. Like I call them my real MCs. Go head to head lyrically, and just I mean, put out some good stuff. And we don't
Yeah,
see them, of course. We don't hear them on the radio. We don't see them,
right.
whatever. But I'm telling you, that's my life. I love me a good cipher. So shout out to him.
It's
You
the
guys,
underground scene. It's the
yeah.
underground scene. And we was like the orphans. We was like in Newark. We was like kings of the underground scene. Like
Mhm.
anybody who is somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody knows who we were. You know,
Okay.
I was definitely I am definitely a staple in the bricks as far as producers are concerned. Like you can't have a conversation without mentioning my name in Newark, as far as music is concerned, as far as production,
Mm-hmm.
even rapping. Like, when I started rapping, I really got into it, and I became like really, 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 really good. Like, I was super dope, but I didn't care about rhyming as much as I did production.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
You
I was,
behind the scenes kind of dude.
yeah, I always loved the beats, and what made me like really starting to rap too was because I know what type of beats I like to rap to.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of hard for, like, I heard different producers with different beats. And dudes had dope beats and stuff like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
know what I like to rap to. So it was easy for me to make that type of music to make me want to rap. You know what I mean? So, like, man, I got into rhyming, and I jumped out the window when I started rhyming, man. I was in battles. I battled Wyclef. I battled a bunch of jokers, man. That was actually my style of rapping. I was a battle rapper.
Oh wow.
I mean, I could still rap. I don't rap right now because I don't want to. Not that I can't, and if
Mm-hmm.
somebody came across and say something wrong, I'll put a song out on you ASAP.
So speaking of the orphans, tell us how you guys got started.
Let's see, man. It was it,
You
it
talking
was
back in what 93 maybe, like way in the 90s, right?
yeah, yeah. Um, the orphans consist of four members. It was me, my brother Heavy Hitter, my man Mac 10. Now this was before the Mac 10 over and on the West Coast.
Got you.
Mac 10 and my man Brat Nasty was
Mhm.
Rashid. And we all used to mess around with rhyming and stuff like that, because actually I was a solo artist.
Mhm.
And we had my uncle Karan had DJ equipment in my sister's house in a dining room. So we turned the dining room into, like, it was a hip hop it was a hip hop room. So
Okay.
we had these big speakers all the way up to the ceiling. We had beat boxes and all of that stuff. We had all this equipment in the dining room, and we used to go over there every day, every day, every day. We'd be rhyming and cutting and scratching and all of that, battling each other, writing rhymes, writing rhymes. So, as we did it, and my man Bilal too. My man Bilal, it was actually five of us. The
Mhm.
name of the group at first was called Five Roughnecks.
Okay.
So, Roughnecks. That was the name of the group first. But then, Bilal kind of did his thing and moved on. He got signed to Roy Jones, and he started doing his thing. So it left all four of us. So we was doing our thing, and then from there, man, we started writing, different songs and stuff like that. We built a studio in the attic, and
Wow.
on Clinton Avenue, like where we had the studio at. If you were doing hip hop music, you came past Clinton Ave.
Okay.
Like, if you say Clinton Ave, jokers know that they was coming to my house.
Oh wow.
At any given day, we used to be so deep as far as a clique was concerned. At any given day, you could come to my house. It'll be 15 jokers in my backyard.
Oh
And
wow.
these was just dudes that we knew from the hood that, used to come by. They would support us. Like, I could come in with a box of stickers, and everybody that's back there, I could give all the stickers out and be like, yo, go plaster the city with these. And they'll hop up and go put stickers everywhere. Or they'll come, and I'll come in with t-shirts. Yo, we need to sell these t-shirts. I hit dudes off. You go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. And we'll go and sell the t-shirts. We'll take the money and double that and flip it and go get more
Wow.
t-shirts. And so we were selling t-shirts and stickers. And we had an idea, since you love ciphers and everybody was loving ciphers at that time, we did a song called we did a song. It was a cipher song,
Okay.
and the cipher song was called "Straight from the Orphanage."
Okay.
So it was like maybe 8 of us on that song, 9 of us on that song, and
Hmm.
that was before Wu-Tang "Protect Your Neck" and all of that.
Oh
That
wow.
was that was way before that and all of that. So it's actually a backstory to that, but I ain't gonna touch on that. But we did the joint, and we took our money and we put the song out. And when we put the song out, it started catching like wildfire. So
Wow.
we sold a couple of copies at first. So then we got some more money up and we bought some more records. At this time, we was buying wax from disc makers. We was going to get plates. They call them plates, and it's your wax.
Okay.
We would send a project out to disc makers, and disc makers would send us a test plate back. We would listen to it, then we'd send it back and tell them, yeah, we want 500 copies, we want 20 copies, we want 30, whatever.
Right.
So at the end of that, um, for that single, we sold 10,000 copies just without no distribution, without nothing. We was independent. We didn't even have a distributor at the time. So we
Okay.
sold 10,000 copies out of the trunk of the car. We would ride around and we would sell cassette tapes and records out the trunks of the cars, man. And like all of those cats that I told you that like used to be in our backyard, they supported us. They would come by with their car. Yo, give me a box of records, yo. I'm gonna go sell these and I'll bring the money back. And they'll bring the money back, and
Oh wow.
it was a great time. It was a great time. So we from there, man, then I met my manager, which his name was Frank Ballesteri. God bless his soul. He passed away. Frank Ballesteri, when we met him, we was on our way, so to speak. And
Hmm.
we uh we started going into the studio to record another album. And instead of recording the studio at our house, he took us to a professional studio.
Hmm.
And we went to the House of Music. And the House of Music was they were owned um by Cool and the Gang. Cool and the Gang,
Really?
yeah, Cool and the Gang owned the studio in West Orange, New Jersey, and it was called the House of Music.
Hmm.
And shout to my man Rashad Muhammad. If y'all look on Facebook, y'all see Rashad Muhammad. He's still rocking out with the gang and all of that.
Oh
But
wow.
we linked up with Rashad Muhammad, and Rod was he was like our engineer, and I used to sit close tight with him because I used to love seeing him push these buttons and tweaking everything and
Hmm.
get the kicks sounding good and all of that. And that's kind of like where I ran with that from as far as being an engineer, like over the years. So I used
Yes,
to
ma'am.
sit tight with Rob when I was listening to him, EQ our records up and stuff like that. And at one time when we was recording our album, the Fugees was recording their album at the same time. We was
Mhm.
upstairs, they was downstairs, and we used to take breaks. And when we took breaks, we would be downstairs shooting pool with them and stuff like that. We got mad cool with the Fugees. Like we was so cool. Like they would come to our studio, we'd go to their studio any given day. Like this was any given time. This
Yeah.
when they did Booth Boff and all of that stuff before they did the score and everything. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. This was before they really blew. And from there, man, we just really started doing our thing. And then we started getting together with different groups. They would come by the crib. We would hear them and we would be like, okay, so I'm producing music for them. My uncle would produce for them. My brother-in-law would produce for them. So we started a production company, and we had like maybe 6 or 7 different groups plus our group, and we went over to New York. I'm kind of skipping a lot of stuff, but like as far as the orphans is concerned, this is like our foundation, and
Mhm.
like the platform we went from that to a $1.6 million deal,
Wow.
and that was kind of like the last straw with the orphans because we went from from the backyard to you might as well say the boardroom,
That
and
was awesome.
we just our business wasn't intact the way it should have been because it was 4 dudes from the street. We didn't really know about the record business. We just knew that all the music that we made was dope, and when we was doing shows everything would be jam packed, like it'd be ram packed. You couldn't even get in there. And like
Mhm.
anytime somebody said the orphans was performing, they rushed the clubs. Like it was crazy the response we used to get off
Mhm.
of different stuff. We used to go to different colleges and freestyle live on the colleges, Stretch and Bobito. We did that. So people that's listening, if y'all ask about Stretch and Bobito, that was from Columbia College in New York City. They had everybody on their show. Everybody
Wow.
that somebody has been on Stretch and Bobito. We went up there and we ripped Stretch and Bobito down. We ripped it down. We ripped it down.
That was a great time to be alive back in the day. I'm serious.
Yeah, Wu-Tang kind of got their deal from going to Stretch and Bobito.
Okay.
So if people are watching the Wu-Tang series on Hulu, if you're watching that series, they're kind of telling you their story. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember when they went up to Stretch and Bobito and all of that, and they took their cassette and they got it played on there and all of that. I remember all of that. I remember all of that. So like
Wow.
when I say I'm from that hip hop era, like
Mhm.
I remember when hip hop was on WHBI. That was a radio station that didn't come on till 2 o'clock in the morning. There was a pirate radio station, and they came on at 2 o'clock in the morning. And when they came on, the FCC wasn't. They was trying to ban them, but they couldn't.
Mhm.
But they was playing all the underground hip hop, all the freestyles, all the like. Yo, I'll be up at 2 in the morning. Got to go to school the next day, but I made sure I listened to HBI with my cassette tape, and I
I was
record
going to
the whole.
say, you was recording.
I record the whole joint. Yo, I go to school the next day with my cassette, like, yo, word, I got that HBI joint. Jokers be like, yo, you got the show from that? Yeah, I got it. Give me a couple dollars. Give me a couple lunch tickets. I got you. I'll dub it for you. Like,
Oh,
yo,
wow.
HBI was crazy.
Wow. Well, listen, we're going to take a moment and hit a sponsor. Um, our sponsor tonight is once again Armstrong International Media LLC. AIM is the acronym, and here's a little something for you right here. She's going to tell you everything that she does, all things graphics.
Armstrong International Media, or AIM, for the culture, for the collective, is the global premier cultural arts network where we hold all the power. A social media and marketing company, we also offer services in voiceover, graphic design, commercial development, and podcast production. Start your day speaking out loud or whisper into the ether. Conversations on relationships and catch a one-man, one-woman feature. Heal through testimony and hope. AIM is where you can find affordable packages for you to invest in your brand or your business. Follow, subscribe, like, share, and AIM for the culture, for the collective.
All right, aim for the culture, for the collective, guys. We
Hey,
are
hey,
back. AIM for the culture and the collective. Thank you so much, AIM, for sponsoring tonight's show. That's Armstrong International Media. This young lady is doing some good work. She's definitely a boss, and she actually is working with DJ Get Loose. And we're going to go and kind of sway a little bit over for one moment. Before we do that, though, I definitely want people to understand how many people you've worked with, how many artists you've worked with. If you want to run down a list right now, please run down a list right now.
to start it off, I worked with Diane Young from Young and Company. Um, I've worked with Next. I worked with Blackstreet. I worked with Coffee Brown, Redman. I worked with Ecstasy from Houdini, Bud Hanks, uh, my man AC Drummer. Whew, AC was crazy, crazy. He was a guitar player. He played the wah wah, and he
Hmm.
actually was from Slave too. Him
Yeah.
and yeah, him and Bud was both from the group Slave.
Okay. You know I love Slave. I love that group.
Yeah. I work with Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler.
Hmm.
Um, man, I, I work with some people. I'm forgetting some people, but
I'm looking at the list here myself. You already mentioned the Fugees. You mentioned Lauryn Hill. I think you mentioned. Did you mention Naughty by Nature?
I never really worked with them as far as music was concerned, but I was cool with them. We was close because me and Tretch was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Tretch used to carry my records to get into the parties free when I was DJing at the club
Wow.
party. Like
Wow.
when I was DJing at college parties, Tretch
Mm-hmm.
would show up like, yo, G, what's good? I'd be like, yo, grab some of them crates out the joint. He'd be like, can I get in? Yeah, you in. Get some
I
crates.
be passing out flyers. Can I get in, please?
Yeah, so Tretch used to help us bring our records in, and then he would just stay in the party, and we'd drive him home when it's over.
Oh
He'd help
wow.
us break down and load the truck up and stuff like that. Yeah, Tretch, that's my man.
You know what? I again going back to the interview you did 2 months ago with the what is it called? Heritage Hip Hop. I love how you guys are very passionate about people understanding the amount of talent that has come out of the state of New Jersey, not just the
Yeah,
upper Newark area, but you talked about groups like from Trenton. You talk about groups that were further south, like maybe
right,
down as far as Camden. I
right.
just think that is so awesome that you guys support each other because a lot of artists did come out of Jersey, but there's a lot of artists that didn't get as much shine either. That you guys gave them their flowers. That's what I love so much about the interview. Y'all was giving folks their flowers.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that was the most smooth, beautiful thing to do.
I think that it's important to give someone their flowers, and not wait till they're gone,
Hmm.
because with music, you gotta let people know that you appreciate what they're doing.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard being an artist. It's hard being a producer. And everything is a creative vibe. So
Yeah.
even though some people may do music or do tracks or sing better or rap better or whatever, I still think as a collective, it's a creative vibe. And for a person to be able to create music out of nothing, whether it be lyrics, bass lines, melodies, whatever it is, I
Hmm.
think that's creatively that's an amazing thing. Because I know me, sometimes I go to sleep and 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up to use the restroom and I got melodies going through my head.
Mm.
Like I have,
Melodies from heaven.
yeah,
Melodies
yo,
from heaven.
from head, they rain down on you. The
That's what I'm talking
melodies
about.
rain down on you. And, to be in a space like that where you're able to create, I think it's a beautiful thing.
I
So
think so too.
to give the flowers to the brothers in Jersey, Jersey always had a certain stigma, so to speak, and
Mhm.
we always were looked at like Jersey really wasn't, we didn't have it to get on. But the thing is, and I'm not throwing no shade.
Mhm.
I'm just being honest. The thing about Jersey and New York is this: New York always had it out for us because back in the day when it was what's the name? So somebody got a treasure right now.
Wow.
uh,
So
back in the day, what is it? When oh man, what's their names, man? Hip hop, the Hibbit to the Sugar Hill Gang.
okay, yeah. I was in here thinking the same.
Okay, Sugar Hill Gang, when they came out, um, Big Bank Hank
Hmm.
stole Grandmaster Caz notebook.
Wow.
Grandmaster Caz was he was a part of the Cold Crush Brothers, and he had Grandmaster Caz's notebook. They was cool, and Caz left it. He didn't steal it. He left the notebook with him, and uh, they was doing songs and stuff. So Hank would spit some of Caz's rhymes, with Mike and Master G, and they
Hmm.
was like, "Yo, this dude is dope." So when they did um, Rapper's Delight, all of those rhymes that you heard Big Bank Hank spitting,
Mm-hmm.
those was all Grandmaster Caz's lyrics that was in his notebook. So when Sylvia Robinson put the Sugar Hill Gang on, and
Mm-hmm.
they blew, they were kind of looked at as the first rap group. But that's not the truth. You had Cold Crush Brothers, you had Fearless Four, you had Treacherous Three. The list goes on. It'll take me till tomorrow morning to try to remember all of those groups
Oh
and
yeah,
names.
we'll be having a serious history lesson. I'm down for it, but I get it.
But so like there was a bunch of groups before that, but at that time in music, Sylvia Rome put them on. They got signed to Sugar Hill Records.
Mm-hmm.
And when they did that, they kind of looked at Jersey as second rate because of what Hank did to Grandmaster Caz.
Wow.
So they always looked at Jersey like, man, y'all corny. Y'all ain't really got it like that. This, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. And to be honest with you, it was a lot of dope MCs that came out before Redman, before Latifah, you know what I'm saying, that had deals and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But they just didn't really get recognized like that because of the quote-unquote stigma, you know, because New York wasn't really messing with Jersey like that.
Wow.
But Jersey always had talent. And whenever we showed up in New York City to do something, Jersey always turned it out. I know in our era, in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
whenever we showed up in New York, when it was a cypher or something,
Mm-hmm.
we'd jump in the cypher. We used to kill it. Like, I'm going to give you a quick story, then we can move on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a show in New York one night. So we all jumped on the PATH train, went over to New York. It was about 20 of us, literally 20 of us. And as we was coming up the street, we saw this big cypher in front of the club. Cypher was huge, and we was like, yo. And whoever was in the middle of the cypher was getting busy. We was like, yo, whoever that is, he getting busy. And I was like, yo, I want in. So we all getting scooped up like, word up, we about to get it in. We get up to the cypher, and when we get there, we kind of pushing our way through to the middle, and this old dirty bastard in the middle of the cypher.
Okay.
He was ripping it down. Dirty was killing it. And we was like, yo, we want in. So we did a whole cypher with Dirty that night. It was a blessed time, man. That was one of the best times, man. And like my career, you know, and they was Wu-Tang at the time. So Dirty and them was out. And we got to meet Dirty. We got to chill with him for the whole night. And then, you know, we used to link up from time to time and go over to New York and link up with Dirty, and Dirty would come over to Jersey. It was just dope, man. It was dope, man. It was just dope. But those ciphers, man, I'm telling you, those ciphers, that was the truth.
I would have loved to have been there to see that. You know, as a matter of fact, I saw a recent. I think I follow ODB on Instagram. I think that was the one where I saw someone posting a vintage video of him in a cipher and him and Buster, young Buster. Well, they both were young. And I was like, oh, wow. I get, you know, heard Buster getting his thing on and then ODB his thing. I said, man. And it was just like fire. I was like, dang. Black and white, mind you. Black and white.
Yeah.
Black and white. And I kept saying, man, I wish I could have been there to hear that. But it was fire. It was fire.
Look, you could go online and put in Jay-Z and God rest his soul, DMX. They had a battle. They had a battle in New York.
Oh, I would have. Ooh.
And they had the Fruit of Islam, the FOIs. They was all backstage, and DMX and Jay-Z, they was going verse for verse backstage. It's on YouTube.
I mean, off the dome is what I absolutely love. It was like
crazy.
It's crazy.
crazy.
Oh man. And you know what? I didn't know that you used to take Lauryn Hill and the other young lady to ciphers.
Yeah, Chill B.
Go in battle.
Yeah, Chill B original. She was one of the dopest female MCs in the bricks, man. And I used to take I took her and Lauryn Hill to Club 88 and to Club Mirage a couple of times. And I had them battle each other one time. And then they was battling other female MCs. They was battling dudes and everything, man. They was so dope, man. Me and Lauren, we became real good friends. Me and L Boogie, we became real good friends, man. Just because like her lyrical ability, I know
Oh my
as far
God.
as her singing and stuff like that, she was
Yeah.
crazy with it. But as far as like as an MC, we always
Yeah.
kind of connected because she had a different type of style, and so did I. And when we
Yeah.
used when I used to go over to the Booger basement and we'd be rocking, she always was big on my style because I was always using metaphors and similes
Yeah.
whenever I rhymed. And she was like, yo, man, don't nobody put that together like you. Yo, you kill with it. And I'm like, yo, but you be singing with a little, like you got a little melody, like every
Yeah.
time you rap, it's got like this little singing melody to it, but she's rapping. And it was
Yeah.
just, excuse me, it was just real different.
I'm not surprised, with, especially because she is a singer. I love her as an MC because she was not only she just had this little glamorous yet kind of like gutter this thing about her, and it was and like you said, she laid those lyrics down, she laid
Yeah,
those words down, and it's
yeah.
just phenomenal. So I love her as an MC. She's bad. That girl's bad.
Yeah, Lauren always been dope. She always been dope.
Definitely, definitely. Wow. So your career, Lord, I mean, I'm just like sitting here saying, God has definitely been good to you because since you was a kid all the way up until now, you just been stair stepping to
Hmm.
working like you said, not only from sitting at the feet of those the Parliament in Funkadelic, but then you get a chance to meet a young lady who has a group, Young and Company, Diane Young of Young and Company, and then
Hmm.
from there you're preparing to work with a group that actually or a production company receive a Grammy for working on Lauryn Hill's Miss Education of Lauryn Hill. And I'm sitting here saying, wow,
Hmm.
how blessed that must have been for you to kind of like, just
We
almost a
I
straight
worked out I worked out I worked out of a studio called Perfect Pair.
hmm
Big up, shout out to my man Ken Johnson. That's my brother. When I met him, he wasn't really doing hip hop music. He was doing like a lot of R&B and stuff like that. And his wife at the time was Sabrina Johnston, and she did the club song "Peace in the Valley."
hmm
So, if anybody knows house music, that peace in the valley, peace in the city, peace in the soul. That's Sabrina.
Oh,
So,
okay.
at the time, he had the studio at the crib, and I met him through my manager, Frank Ballestieri. And when I went to his studio, I was like, yo, this studio crazy. So me and him got real close, man, to the point where we was like brothers. Me and Kim was like brothers.
Uh-huh.
And I started bringing all the hip hop groups to him, bringing all the groups over there, and all of that stuff. And he got to a point where um, he didn't want the studio to be in the crib anymore, so he got a building. And when he moved the studio into the building, then that's when it really jumped off. And I had signed to Perfect Pair, which was a production company that he owned, and I used to go to the studio and I worked in the studio,
hmm
um, programming, doing drums and EQing and sitting up to the engineer board, and recording vocals when the MCs went in the booth, and stuff like that. I used to work at Perfect Pair with Ken, and
hmm
that's when Lauryn Hill and them came through to do their album, and then Next came through to do their album, and we worked on a little couple of things from Blackstreet because RL was writing stuff for Blackstreet, and my man uh, Eric was singing. He was part of. That's when he had just got recruited to Blackstreet through Teddy and them.
Oh wow.
And we used to do stuff in Patterson at my man West crib,
hmm
and we would take stuff from Patterson and bring it back, and just go into the studio and go, man, listen, it's just I could be on this interview with you until next Friday
I'm glad.
because
I'm cool. I'm
it
good.
is
I got no
so.
time.
I have such an extensive career with this
Yeah.
music, and I've worked with so many people, and I've been around so many people. I mean, iconic brothers and sisters in this music game. Even Color Me Bad. I work with Royale Bayan,
hmm
and he was responsible for Color Me Bad. I worked with them. I remember going to his he had a penthouse in New York, and I remember going over there to the penthouse, working in that studio, and we'd walk out on the balcony, and you could just see the whole city of New York, all
Oh,
the lights and all
wow.
that stuff. And then you turn around and walk back in the crib and go right to the left, and he got this crazy studio that's all wood, and he got all this
Mm,
equipment. It was just beautiful, man. It was beautiful. So I definitely had a good experience with my career, to this point here, and I just felt like at a time it was time for me to own everything that I was doing,
mhm.
and stop working for different people. Like I work with a young lady, and she gonna kill me if she's watching, because I don't remember the name of her magazine, but it's a young lady by the name of Egypt, and she has a magazine out of Newark. And when she first signed her deal, I was one of the first producers on her project, and she actually did a song "Cutie" with my cousin Carmen Brown that was released in the early '90s. They had the video to it and all of that. The video, they was on a basketball court. They had the basketball jerseys on. Cutie got it going on. Cutie, cutie
Oh,
got it.
wow.
Yeah, they did that joint, and that was Carmen Brown in Egypt.
Oh, wow. And I know that you did something for Carmen recently, didn't you? You guys
Oh
put
yeah,
out something about
I
this
did
year.
yeah, I did a remix on a joint that she did. Throw your hands in the air,
I love that song too.
hands in the air, and Sabrina Johnston. I did a joint, uh, and she had the same title. So what I did was I took both of their songs and meshed them together and
Okay.
did like a dub of both of their joints. And I didn't put it out like on a major platform or anything, but I just gave it to the DJs, the WAC DJs and all that. And
Mhm.
that joint ring off. They be playing that joint, it be ringing off.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I do. I'm a fan of this song. It's not, it's good, and I know that you have a long list of music you've done, and people can find your music. I know on. I remember we said Bandcamp, but how else can they find a list of your music and for purchase and all that other good stuff?
Well, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I'm not really. I just really got a TikTok, and I haven't really put too much content up there yet. But I'm gonna go crazy on TikTok. But if
Yeah.
anybody really wants to know anything I'm doing, go on Instagram or go on Facebook because I'm on there heavy. I'm not on there every day, but I'm always promoting something that I'm doing on those two platforms. And
Okay.
um, y'all can also go to our website. Um, you posted it up in the feed not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to the website
There we go.
and just go onto the website, man, and y'all could see everything that we're doing. Everything that we're doing. That's the that right there. That's the radio station. We
Oh,
have a radio station also.
that's the
So
radio
it's
station.
Untapped
So
Talent.
you
The
said
label is Untapped Talent Recordings. I mean, that's the website, Untapped Talent Recordings.
that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I left that off. In the meantime, while I add that to the radio station, can you talk about? I know we haven't gotten to the Legion of Boom yet, but not only that, but can we also get into the JG Hatchett Entertainment LLC and everything that falls up under it?
Okay, so my wife and I, we have a company called JG Hatchett LLC Entertainment. JG
Mhm.
Hatchett Entertainment LLC. And what that is, it's a one-stop shop. We have a production company under that umbrella. We have a record company under that umbrella. We have a radio station under that umbrella. We do management under that umbrella. I have a studio under that umbrella. Um, we have access to uh, film company. We have access to uh, uh, what do you call it? We have digital distribution.
Mhm.
We have access to book publishing. So it's a big umbrella. And, I mean, it's a big company, and these are all like subsidiaries of J.G. Hatchett Entertainment. We have all of these different parent companies under this umbrella. But that's the main that's the main that's the main stain right there. J.G. Hatchett Entertainment LLC. And Legion of Boom is my studio, and my production name is Frat House Music. And my wife, she does management. She has her own management company. My wife, she writes and breaks down contracts. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Paperwork. My wife is the animal. She's a beast. And just how people think that I am with music, like, they always, GL, you crazy with it, you dope with it. She twice as nice with the paperwork.
That is good. And
She,
she
my
mentioned
wife, my wife is my manager, so she manages me.
okay, good. Okay. I thought I
So
lost you for a second with the audio, but you came back in.
yeah, no, my wife is my manager. So JG Hatchett Entertainment LLC. That's the company, and we have all of these different umbrellas under the company, and we just do what we do. We've been blessed to put these companies together and be able to survive and do what we do
Mm-hmm.
from with these companies and stuff like that. And we both have dabbled in the major music business, the major music world. We both have done some pretty extensive things with major music, but we decided that I really don't want to. I want to do things at my own leisure, and then the major music. There's a lot of things that come with the majors. When you're
Mm-hmm.
independent, you have a lot more room to move around and do what you need to do. So
Yeah.
we decided to do our own independent thing, and I give God all the glory because to this point, we've been able to do what we want, how we want, when we want, and everything has been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good. So I really don't have any complaints. Um, and I'll tell y'all, man, my wife is like, without my wife, I couldn't do all of this.
Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Terry.
Terry Hatchett, that is my
Terry Hatchett.
backbone. That is my right arm. That is my everything. Without her, I couldn't do all of this.
Oh,
So
we're gonna
shout
take
out
a
to my
moment.
wife, Terry Hatchett. She is nerve wracking when we get on the Hatchet Chronicles.
I love that. I
And
love
that's
the Happy Chronicles.
something else that we do too. We have the Hatchet Chronicles. We do that every Monday from 8 to 9, and
From
it's
8 to
about,
whatever time we decide to end it.
yeah, how about that?
Because some of those topics are real juicy. You just can't cut it off at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and that's a blessed platform that we have too. God woke my wife up at 3 o'clock in the morning and told her she needed to do something. So she came to me with this idea, and I was like, "All right, that's cool. That's what's up. Do your thing." And she was like, "No, you have to be a part of it." And I was like, "Well, I'll be a part of it, but I don't want to be on the camera because I really don't like being out in the front and all of that. I'd rather play the back. I'm a behind the scenes type of person." So to God be the glory. She got me, man. And some days I really don't feel like being there, but I fight it because if I could take an hour out of my day to make my wife happy, then that's nothing. That's nothing for me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So
And you guys are a wonderful couple, man. We have a fun time on that
yes.
channel. When you guys come on, it's like, oh, we have a good time. And days when you can't come on, we were like,
I know.
yeah,
We've
wait,
done some
next
pretty,
minute.
just a little bit about the Chronicles, man. We've done some things that's been pretty prolific on there. We saved someone's life.
Mhm.
Someone was actually thinking about killing themselves, and when they came on the Chronicles, we had discussion. I don't know what the topic was that night, but for us to be able to save someone's life, man, that
Mhm.
was so heartwarming to us, and we had no idea. You know what I mean? We saved someone's marriage through Hatchet Chronicles, also.
Mhm.
So just you and the rest of the Hatchet Chronicle family, we just feel like it's a great space to have a great grown-up conversation, and we do topics that we can all relate to, and
Mhm.
prayerfully it'll be able to help someone out in some kind of way. And so far, so good. We've been able to help a couple people with certain situations and stuff like that. So we're gonna continue to do Hatchet Chronicles, whether it's one person or 1 million that are watching us. We just
Yeah, we have a good time. And just so you guys know, again, it's live every Monday night on Facebook and their YouTube page. It's live
yeah,
on Facebook, Frank Hatchett's page.
right.
And it's
And
also live on their
Hatchet Chronicles,
YouTube. Hatchet
yes,
Chronicles is on the YouTube page. So
right,
come on board at 8 o'clock, man. We have a good time. And again, the topics, they even allow you to submit topics
right,
and put you on a list. And next thing you know, we're talking about whatever you want to discuss for whatever reason. And it's absolutely a nicely run platform. And again, it's all adult stuff. So put the kids to the bed or put them somewhere because
yeah,
this ain't that type of party. It's really
yeah,
fun. And it was extremely fun when you were mentioning how you guys found out the reward was people were being healed or delivered or saved from information that was shared through the Hatchet Chronicles. I'm telling you, I had got to know you guys during the pandemic, and I'm telling you that was just like something that was so nice to look forward to, and the people on the in the fam was just great to converse with. On the topic, whether we agreed on a matter or didn't agree, it was
right,
just nice to get different opinions and be able to just to converse as adults and just have fun, laugh, whatever. We just had
right,
a good time.
right.
Yeah.
You can come on there and agree to disagree
Mm-hmm.
without being disrespectful and
Yeah,
being raunchy and stuff like that. So it's definitely
yeah,
a platform for adults. It's an adult platform, and
yeah,
whatever kind of topic you have, we are down to discuss it.
yeah. Yep, we
So
are. I mean, whatever it is, we're down to discuss it.
yeah, whatever it is, we down to discuss it. If you got a topic, you can always send it to my messenger, or you can send it to
Mhm.
the Hatchet Chronicles page on Facebook. Send it to Eunice. Send her the topic, and she'll get
Yeah,
it to us.
I
You know
sure
what I
will.
mean? We just it's just a wonderful platform that we have, and I'm very thankful that God has given us the gift to be able to do this platform. And
Yep,
come on and check us out on Monday nights, man.
yep. I want to talk about another thing really quickly. I know we're running over, but and please forgive me because it's like 9 o'clock. I know we're running over, but I did not want to end this conversation with this particular group you co-founded, Whack DJs.
Okay, so I didn't co-find. What it
Oh, I'm
was
sorry. Okay.
there was no, it's okay. There was a personal joke between DJ Mustafa and a couple of other guys, and if they watch, and don't kill me because I don't know the exact story. But
Hmm.
from what I take from Mustafa, it was an inside joke between him and some other DJs or whatever, and we just took it from because whack means you corny, you can't rock,
Hmm.
you whack, whatever. So what we did was we turned it into an acronym because it's a lot of us, it's 13 of us, and we turned it from a something degrading to something positive.
Yep. Hmm.
And we took it, and the acronym is working hard at creating kings,
Hmm.
whack DJs. And this is a bunch of us, and we support each other. There's 4 or 5 producers that are down with whack DJs, and we do our own edits and do our own stuff, and we like kind of like are set apart from a lot of different DJ groups or little DJs and stuff like that. And we do a lot of our own edits, and people they really when we go live and we play live and play in clubs and stuff like that, we play the edits. Jokers really be on what we be doing and stuff like that, man. And after 25 years, I came back and I started DJing. I was elected to be the vice president of the WAC DJs. So
That's where I got that code thing from. I'm so sorry.
no, it's cool. DJ Mustafa and Jazzy B are the presidents of the WAC DJs,
Yeah,
and
I love those guys. They're some awesome DJs. Shout out to you
so
guys.
we you know we share music with each other. We bounce stuff off of each other. If I produce something, I share it with the brothers so they can rock it, and we, get these records out. If Moo gets a record from an artist, he'll pass it down. I'll play it on my show. We all interact with each other, man, and rock with each other. It's like a brotherhood because,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, all of us have known each other collectively for like 30 something years.
Wow.
It's just that, everybody had been doing their own thing. Like we still do our own thing, but as a collective, we still, we keep in touch, we stay in contact, we still rock out and do our thing. And whack DJs for life, man. Whack DJs. If you listen to some of our shows, there's a drop that we have, and it says whack DJs taking over everything.
Mm-hmm. I think taking over something from something about New Jersey, the Carolinas, and Georgia.
Yeah,
like
and ATL. Yeah,
ATL, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we all in different places, man. So, shout to the whack DJs, man. Shout to all my brothers, man. Shout to all my brothers. I was talking to two of them today. DJ Scratch. It's a beautiful thing, man. Mustafa,
it is.
Antoine Qua,
I was super inspired to learn about you guys because again, I think I talked to you earlier when I was telling you how I even came across you guys.
Through the pandemic.
Kid, yep. And then DJ Crazy K. I don't know if he's on right now, but it's one of my favorite DJs, DJ Crazy K out of Jersey. And
that's my guy.
He is. He's awesome. He's an awesome DJ. Very nice guy. He was, whenever you guys would go live, he was always posting the live. I think they called it at the time. It was called oh shoot, how did Facebook title it? I can't think, but you could like share it and
share it live.
Share it live. Excuse me. And so it was really cool to be able to see how he was just pushing you guys, pushing you. And that's how I think I saw Mustafa's live one night, then I saw your live one night, and maybe Love is Love, Scratch, Tarver. I think I told you I bought music from who was that guy? The other guy. Tim Dollar, yes. Because I was like, oh, I like this. I love the Take remix he did. I was like, I gotta get that. But I mean, it's just like it was just such a it was just so nice to see all the support. And I was looking at one of the comments I have here. One of my homeboys here. What's up, Rodney? Thank you for checking out the live. He says support is key, and he is so right. He is so right. And support is key, and it is a beautiful thing. I mean, you guys were not playing. Y'all was just like super, super holding each other up throughout the pandemic. And when you did that, you held a whole lot of folks like myself up, and all of us that just tuned in to your lives. Right. I mean, it was just awesome. So that's how I got a chance to know who all you guys were at the time and are. And I'm like just honored to be able to say that I have some type of affiliation with these guys. These guys are doing some serious good work, and I'm just like, much continued success to all of you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Big time. So I know we're getting ready to close out a little bit because we are going over an hour, man. That hour go by too fast for me.
I told you.
I know. I was like,
hey, listen. I want to put this out there. If y'all want to listen to the Whack DJs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Untapped Music Radio.AIRTIME.PRO. That's our radio station. And it's Whack DJs all day on Monday, Whack DJs on Wednesday, and Whack DJs on Fridays. So y'all can go on there and listen to all the Whack DJs. We all up there doing our thing. Everybody got their own sets. I do the midday mix, and I do late at night. I got the
Quiet Storm or something like that.
Yeah, I got the Quiet Storm at night for the ladies.
I was waiting for the Quiet Storm voice.
Yeah, I do the Quiet Storm at night. So I do the Quiet Storm every night. So but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is Whack DJ days. And it's crazy because we got listeners from all over the UK. We got listeners from Africa, Brazil.
Yep.
All over. So I'm thankful for that too.
That's a blessing. And you get to also hear this this program. You get to hear it again. It's the 4th Tuesday of the month. You get to hear this again. Just check out the channel, and it comes at 3:00 p.m.
Audio, right?
Yep, just straight audio. That's right, audio.
Yeah, and
And
you'll
you
be able
catch
to
it
listen
right
to
here.
this interview. Yeah.
And so your
So
music, mhm.
go ahead.
So your music span, no, can't talk. So your music spans, the music on the channel spans, you have gospel, you have R&B, you have house, you have
Everything.
rap, and then you have talk radio. And what else? Did we miss anything else?
No, that's about it. We play everything, but
Yeah.
we are more geared to like now, no knock to the new school of music, the trap music and all of that. No knock to that, but
Mhm.
we kind of we stay geared to music, bands and real music. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, whoever's listening, I mean, it's your preference if you want to listen to the station or not. I suggest you go ahead and take a listen because we have some dope music on there, man. We play a lot of oldies. We play
Yes, you do.
a lot of good music, but we just like if you want to tune into the radio station and hear like the present stuff that's being played as far as the trap music and the little babies and all of that. No disrespect to none of those brothers. I salute them. Keep doing what you're doing, but
Mhm.
we don't really put that content on our radio station.
Okay, and that's cool. That's one of the reasons why I think I love it so much. I'm forever trying to share and listen. I mean, I'm at work. I got them turned down kind of low, but I'm just listening. I love when you guys like you have a particular theme for the day. I think one time you had a whole what was it, Blue Eyed Soul Day, where you was
Yes,
playing Hall and Notes and oh my gosh, it was just, I think there's a whole bunch of that type of music going
yeah,
on. You had somebody playing some rock music one day, so
yeah.
it's just always,
We did a soft rock day. We did soft
yeah,
rock.
that's what it was.
And,
Yes.
yeah, and we played Hall and Notes. We played all kinds of stuff. Pat Benatar,
Ooh, yeah, nice.
everything, man. Anything, all soft rock music, man. And shout out to my wife, man, because she does a lot of work with the radio station.
Yeah.
I'm engulfed in the studio, but my wife, she's really hands on with the radio station. She puts a lot of the music into the radio station. So shout out to my wife and big up my wife on that one, man. She's really she be up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometime putting music
Mhm.
in. five
She
o'clock in
wants
the morning sometime putting music
yeah.
in. So
She also
shout out,
wants everybody to know that she also that they do commercials for people as well. They do all the ads on the
yeah, we
radio
do
station.
commercials. If you want to send us commercials and want us to run your content, we're actually trying to go into independent, totally independent.
Hmm.
Um, so if you got commercials or something that you want to send in, we'll run your commercial and we'll talk about prices and all of that because it's definitely we got to keep the radio station running. You dig?
Yeah.
But yeah, we do commercials and all of that kind of stuff. You want to send us a drop? You can send us a drop. Untapped. You're now listening to Untapped Music Radio. Blah blah blah. Whatever. So definitely a good thing, man.
Yeah. Well, I know we got to close out. If anyone have any questions, I'm willing to at least extend another a minute or two. If you have questions for our guests, please shoot them a couple questions real quick. Other than that, I can hit you with a couple of comments. GL, a lot of folks are really supporting you in the comments on both Facebook and YouTube.
Thank
Um,
you so much.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
And
So
y'all
yeah,
get ready to pick up that April J. Armstrong single too, man.
I'm going to play it right now. I love this song. I love it. I love it. I love it. I gotta find it. Where did I do with it?
Yeah, I'm getting
Where is
ready to
it?
put that out. I'm getting ready to put that out in another week or so. We're gonna be dropping that. That's gonna be crazy.
Oh man, what I do with it? I had it up and now I can't find it. Yeah, it's a really hot song. So, do you have any advice for anybody trying to get into this business, trying to do what you do?
Um, I would just say, follow your dream, follow your heart. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Um,
Mhm.
and just stay on your grind, man. Find your lane, find what you want your lane to be, and stick to your guns, man. You're gonna always have people that like what you do. You're gonna have people that don't like what you do. But
Mhm.
like I was saying earlier, man, when you're being creative, it's a beautiful thing to be creative. So create, have a joyful time doing it. Stick to your guns. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it or talk you out of your dream. If this is what you want to do, just do it.
Maybe it was just that good.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
It
asking for
is.
Try to find it. Trying to learn my levels, but anyway, I'm gonna figure it out. This is tell them. So you announce this song real quick.
This is April J. Armstrong, the poetess. She's actually doing spoken word, and I did a house track under it. And we're gonna put this out, man. This is crazy.
It is crazy. I love it. I love it. I love her voice on it. It is so like banging. It's banging, and I love this beat. This beat is so nice. So I can hear this in the club. As you saw in my little video, I was dancing.
neglected, rejected. My mom being with you.
I was
Wanting
like,
to be rid of the pain
this
of going
is
through. Holding my pillow tight.
Yeah, I
Damn,
love
something
it.
just ain't right. If you can't feel me sobbing next to you in bed, is it all in my head? Have I created a non-existent problem?
Love a voice. Nice.
The guy who stepped from my dreams, I mean, it seems to you that I'm a bore. Because out of 24 hours, you don't touch me anymore. Not paying me any attention. I'm starved for affection. Some gratification from the dehydration of what we used to have. Now I feel locked in solitary confinement for someone else. I thought you would want to be mine, but I lose you to yourself every time. Not a hoe's home or some broad's bed. It was me who was misled by your actions, and my emotions were high. You
She
had
is
me
very
feeling like I
talented.
was on dope.
Very talented,
But
Steve
my
guy.
whole
She definitely is.
maybe it was just that good dick.
Hey.
I'm not asking for money or materialistic things, but the simple pleasures you can bring. Flowers, conversation, just your time. Look at me, touch me. Notice and remember that I am here more than occasionally. Because what you won't do, someone else will. Without question or regard to whether or not I'm with you still. I stand next to you while you struggle. But I think naively, though I do understand your plight. Yes, it's time.
This is nice.
Avoiding any
Well,
Thank you.
I want to take this time to thank you so much for this opportunity to interview a legend in the New Jersey streets or from the New Jersey streets. And have that type of resume is absolutely awesome. I know we didn't get to too much, but if you want to talk about what you have coming up, I know you have a bunch of irons in the fire at different stages of production. What's next for DJ
Well,
Dickie?
that single you just played is next.
Mm-hmm.
I got I'm working. I just put one artist that I'm working with. His name is Don Rich, and we got a single out right now called The Oaks, OAKS. That's on all streaming platforms right now. Got to shout him out. That's my man for 30 years.
Wow.
He just did the single. I did the production. Yo, this single is crazy, y'all. This single is crazy. It's on all platforms. He shot the video for it already and everything. And he's an independent artist, and he went platinum independently without a major label.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all need to check for him, man. He's dope. He's doing his thing, and that's my brother. Salute, King. If you're watching, salute, King. What else do I have?
You have
I'm
your
doing,
book from my rib.
yeah, book from my rib. My wife is completing the rest of the book. Let me say that because I'll never hear the end of it. I helped her all over to chapter 11. So she's doing chapter 12, and she's taking all the credit for the book. And it's okay. It's okay. She wrote the book. It's all right. But the book is going to be dope, y'all. When this book drops, please check it out. This book is crazy. It's called From My Rib. The book is dope. I definitely want you guys to check this book out. It's going to be dope. It's
And what
going
is
to
the
be a
book about, real quick?
great read. I really don't want to give it away because it's almost done. It'll be out soon, but it's kind of a testament to me and my wife. I'm gonna say that.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough.
So I'll leave that, and y'all can kind of draw straws and put it together and all of that, and y'all will be, man. Listen, it's crazy. Um, doing an ebook. I'm doing another ebook. Um, what else do I have coming up? There's so much, man. I'm working with so many different artists, man. I'm
Well,
also
we're going
working
to have
with,
Steve Guy on in a couple of weeks to talk about
yeah,
and the work
yeah,
that,
that's my
you helped him with them.
Steve Guy that's my cousin, and me and Steve got some stuff cooking up right now too. He got some joints that I sent him, and he's writing and he's going to be recording some of the joints that I sent him. Yeah, we got some stuff cooking up for his next project, for his next album. Working with Steve. I got a gospel artist by the name of 88 Keys. This
Mhm.
brother is insane. This brother is insane. When y'all get a load of him, it's over. But I got a single that I'm ready to drop on him right now. So
Wow.
we taking care of the artwork and stuff like that, the cover and all of that. But I got a single that I'm gonna be dropping on him. I'm gonna drop it on y'all so y'all can get like a snippet of it real soon.
Oh, I can't wait. I want you to know
Um,
that Steve Guy, speaking of Steve Guy, he had a question. He said to GL, did we have the best ciphers?
oh, no question. Steve was in the ciphers. Steve know.
What?
Yeah, Steve was in the ciphers.
Oh,
Steve
he found
knows,
out
man.
Steve was spitting.
Yeah, Steve. No question. We
Whoa,
yeah, Steve. No,
that is so awesome. That is awesome. Well, if there's nothing else that you want to share, I'm gonna tell you again. I am so excited to have been able to sit down and speak with you and to share everything about you with the masses. All things Frank Hatchett, all things DJ Get Loose, and all things Hatchett, all things. So I am just really happy about that. Let me say it correctly. I think it was JG Hatchett Entertainment LLC. That's what I was trying to say.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just happy to have
Um,
the opportunity to
thank you
talk to
so
you.
much for having me. I really appreciate you having me on. Anytime you want to do it again, just ring my phone and let me know what's up, and we up. We doing it.
Okay.
But I definitely thank you for having me on, and much success with your whole platform. And I told you anything
Thank
you need,
you.
I'm here. I got your back. Whatever you need, I'm here. I got your back. We're gonna go from the ground to the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Have fun have fun all
On
the
the
way.
way. That's it.
Well, I just one more time want to thank Armstrong International Media for sponsoring the show tonight. I know that you firsthand have know her because she's done work for you and has done great work for Steve and so many others. And I can tell, I can see why she's so well sought because she does a great job. But I'm going to be hitting her up as well to help me with my little project. So it's just a pleasure to work with her, to speak with her, and thank you so much. And April, much continued success. I wish you nothing but much continued success,
Word.
much continued success. And to the whole Hatchett family, whole Hatchett Chronicle family. I don't know if Chris was on board. I was hoping Chris was on board as well because I know he has done some work with you guys or with the publishing company that I think Terry was telling me about. And
Yes.
we get into that Corona Chronicles another time. That's another book I definitely want to have a conversation
Yes.
about on this live one Tuesday evening. So
Yeah.
we all gonna get there. And actually, Chris is gonna be coming on board to be interviewed too soon. So
Nice.
yeah, you
Nice.
gotta come back and check us out on a Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. And once again, thank you everybody for coming out. Before I close, I cannot close without saying happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Ah,
in advance. Your birthday is coming up on Friday, right?
yes, Friday. Yes. Thank you so
Friday,
much.
November 19th. The king was born. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Happy birthday. We
Thank
wish you so many more, so many more.
Thank
I
you
know
so
that
much.
Terry has something coming up. We're going to actually get together and do something with you online to celebrate your
Yeah.
birthday. Something she has
Yeah.
going on. So
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. So I'll keep my eyes open for that so we can celebrate you. So
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
You're welcome. So, everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is Eunice White. I'm the host of An Interview With. Tonight, we interviewed DJ Get Loose, Frank Hatchett, and learned so much about all of his experience with music and production, all of the groups that he's had the pleasure, the opportunity of working with, and just everything that he has upcoming. It's been a pleasure talking to you about all those things, and I can't wait to have you back because when you get some more stuff off the ground, we gotta have to come back to talk
Sure.
about it. So I'm looking forward to
Let's
you and
do it.
Terry coming back, and we're
Let's
going to do
do it.
it. All right. And so
No
thank you
doubt.
everybody for tuning in. I know we're a little over, but thank you so much for hanging in there and tuning in. And I'll see you guys again next week. We're going to shine a light on somebody else, because when I feel that when you put a spotlight on someone and what they're doing wonderful out here in this community, when they grow, I grow. We grow together. So
Yes.
that's what this is all about. That's what this whole deal is about. So
And
gotta
thank you. I
support.
want to just give you some flowers for what you're doing. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So we'll be doing something again. So hold on, Frank. We're going to close out the broadcast, but hold on.
Okay.
And I thank you, everybody. Everybody have a great night, a great week, and God bless. Come back next Tuesday. We're going to have another great person we're going to interview and support their works. And we'll see you then. So take care, guys. Okay, so.